All right, hey folks, I am back. This is Brian Owens. I'm here on my journey to build 8 apps by the end of the year and monetize those for additional income. Today is Monday, and today is Monday's recap. So what we do is we recap the things that are happening over the course of the week, and I can give you go down a rundown of my stats, and then we always end with going through our daily check-in to figure out what we're going to work on today towards the goals or the accomplishments that we want to achieve by the end of the year, right? So, to what landmark are we marching towards, and things of that nature. So, as you can see here, I am on the Daypath app, but we're going to go through some analytics on some of the other things that we've been working on. And just to kind of, a few things just to highlight, we're going to go through our daily site visits and some sources to figure out where things are coming from. We're going to go through, we're actually going to introduce YouTube analytics and some of the videos we've been doing and how that's growing and progressing, because that's where we have a lot of our links as far as backlinks coming back to Daypath and other apps, right? So we'll be doing that as well. In addition to that, we're going to be looking at the social media campaigns and how they're doing. Now, a lot of this is going to just be starting back up. So this will be a good video to be like, hey, here's where our baseline is. And then next week, we'll be able to see like what we're doing for the relaunch. Excuse me, this week we'll be relaunching, and then next week we'll be seeing like how that's progressing and how our numbers are starting to increase, decrease, and move on from that point, right? So all right, so let's jump in really quick. I'm gonna go over to our site visitor. Let me reload. And so right now we're down about 12%. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. We're down about 12% from the sessions. But again, we have not been promoting this at all, really. So as you can see here, this is the last 7 days, about 154 page views, 17 unique visitors. If we dive into top pages, again, the big thing here more than anything else is obviously the home page. You have home there, which is inside of the app, and then you have login and so on and so forth. The top sources we have is going to be direct. So most people are getting to the app directly just through daypathapp.com. And let me just see really quick here. And see, right now I have nothing in conversion. So we're going to be adding some more trackers and things of that nature. As you can see, my name's on here quite a bit. I actually probably should just block myself off of that so we can actually see the real visitors that are not me. But you can kind of get the idea here. Just to recap here, we're down a little bit when it comes to the visitors over the last 7 days, around 12% or so. Let's go over to social media. All right, so if we do the last 30 days, so what we have here is, and I'm looking at this at the same time as you guys, right? So I'm looking, it's kind of reviewing this as I do on my Mondays. But like last 30 days, so like as you can see, nothing's really kind of occurred, because again, we haven't been doing a whole lot. Now, this week, I will be ramping it up on X quite a bit. I can show you what some of those scheduled campaigns kind of look like. If we go into campaigns, or excuse me, if we actually go over to publish and then go over to queue, as I told you before, a lot of the previous engagement came from mostly X. So I'm going to be diving deeper into X more specifically and doing more there. So as you can see, these have for the next 10 days, I have information that I'll be sharing out on X every single day. That way, I want to start driving some more traffic to the site, and I'm gonna see how that is. Now, what we should do is we should be able to see if we go back over here, like these sessions, right, and page views, all this should by the end of next week should be ramping up. So that's what I want to see. I want to see a big increase here as far as individuals getting to the site, and then seeing how the landing page is able to convince and convert, right? So that's one of the things I want to see after that point, right? So all right, just kind of giving you a little bit there. Let's jump into YouTube. This is the kind of the first time I'm really looking at this, as I've been kind of developing videos over time. And so now we're going to just jump into figure out when it comes to this, like what's actually working, what's not working. So right now it looks like over the past 28 days, I have 296 views, watch time hours is 24. I got additional for a subscriber, which is cool. So right now I have 18 subscribers, and it looks like my top video is not even on the work I've been doing here on the app. Is actually on a reactions video that I did. So that's kind of the cool thing. It looks like, again, in addition to that, right? Average view duration is 8 minutes and 40, or excuse me, 8 minutes and 59 seconds, or just about 9 minutes. That's actually pretty good. This is a good one too, because average is 13 minutes for this video, as far as when I'm talking about the AI characters and whatnot. So I think that's pretty cool when it comes to this. If I go to my content, looks like I have had 9,000 impressions. My click-through rate's pretty low. And average duration is about 5 minutes or so. So it looks like viewers are finding me through suggested videos. Actually, let me zoom in here a little bit. Viewers are finding me right now through suggested videos, browse features, to search, when to buy a house. Interesting. External Google search, Yahoo search, suggested videos. Look at this. Okay. So this is, again, this is one of my first times looking at this. I will be tracking this on Mondays, kind of coming up. So every 7 days, we'll be taking a look at to figure out monthly audience, for example. Is that growing, right? Subscribers, new viewers, obviously, have casual viewers. Again, the big thing more than anything else is those reaction videos. So I think I'm actually gonna do more of those reaction videos. Again, this is something separate when it comes to building apps, but like something a little bit on the side. So I'm going to be looking at that a little bit more deeply here, kind of going forward. I think this is pretty cool when it comes to looking at some of this information. We'll be reviewing this a little bit right now, but right now we have 18 subscribers. Views currently over the last 28 days is 296. Yeah, it's interesting. We're gonna be following this. We have 37 views in the last 48 hours, and we're gonna be moving forward. So that gives you a quick update there. The last thing I want to show you here is something called Sleek Bio. I've told you about before. It's a site called AppSumo. You can buy software for one-time costs that would typically be a monthly fee. This is one of the things that's on there. This is very much like Linktree and a few others that you can put on your social media profiles. But this site, for example, kind of gives you an idea like how many views you have on this site. So this is what I have on my Instagram page. This is what I have on my Facebook page. This is also what I have on my X page, right? So all those profile pages have this link, and then I have all of my products on this page that people can then link out to and get to directly, right? So right now it has 116 views. If you saw this thing last month, it was probably at 0, right? So we are making progress when it comes to actually moving traffic from one place to the next and get them to the areas that we need to get them to. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in day path, and then we're going to go to recaps. All right, so as you know, every single week and month on a Sunday at 8 a.m. and your time zone, it's going to give you and recap the week for you. So in this case, my week, essentially what it says here is what a fantastic week you had. You maintain a strong check-in consistency and impressively completed nearly 90% of your tasks, even with a day where you were running low on energy. You largely kept your energy steady or charged up, showing great resilience and self-awareness, right? So, and then it kind of gives you like, all right, what is your energy, like your average energy summary here? And mine was good. As you kind of say, hey, this is what you kind of completed in a task. I had 29 tasks, and I completed 26 of them that I created throughout the week. And then when it comes to, here are some things when it comes to journal themes and whatnot. So just take a quick look at some things that we completed last week. What we do is every Monday kind of starts that new week, and then it ends on the Sunday, right? So in this case, we made plan changes for the journey metaphor with inside the app. Obviously, we changed day path tagline to accomplishment itinerary. So we did a lot of those like really structural changes inside the app as far as how it works, how it's going to be communicating with the various users, and also took care of a number of just, random things like getting new tires for my son's car, right? Talk to the bank about insurance fees, so on and so forth. So all of it kind of goes in here. And again, remember, this is going to be how you plan your days out, and it's going to track you as you kind of move forward. We also we fixed a password reset bug that was, having issues within the app. So again, lots of good work here. I mean, I completed 32 tasks. It seems like around between 30 and 35 tasks is kind of what my sweet spot is when it comes to things happening throughout the week. Because previously that's what in some of these other weeks is around that same amount. That's what our weekly recap's going to be. Let's go ahead and jump back over to home, so we can go through our daily check-in. All right, so remember, every single check-in goes through your reflection. So here, yesterday's reflection, I was calm. I completed 6 different tasks. And it says, it's great to see you feeling so calm while making steady progress on your day path relaunch and market research. You knocked out a serious amount of creative work from X posts to YouTube concepts, all while keeping your focus intentional, balanced growth. I'm so glad your back is feeling tournament ready. Have a blast on the pickleball court. So as you know, I'm a pickleball player. I'm an avid pickleball player. To where I play in tournaments. I have one coming up this Saturday that I'm excited about. It'll be my first tournament in a little while. So I'm pretty excited about that. So now every single time you're always looking at when it comes to that next step in the check-in, it's trying to assess your energy level for today, right? So here I'm charged up because I'm pretty good to go. I'm pretty excited about relaunching Daypath, talking about it a little bit different way, getting out there, getting traffic to the site, trying to get my first real customers, and kind of go from there. It says your energy goes. It's wonderful to see that you're feeling so charged up and ready to take on the day with such high energy since you have transitioned from several steady and calm days into this peak state. Try to channel this extra momentum into your most ambitious tasks for the day before the day winds down. The big thing here more than anything else is I'm really thankful that my back is healthy enough in order to compete in a tournament at the end of the week. So I'm thankful for that. And it's cooled down a bit here in Michigan. Now it's warmed back up, so I'm thankful that the weather's starting to turn around. And then when it comes to my daily journal, is asking, your energy is steady and good. What boundary is protecting your peace this morning? And so I think it's really, to me, at the end of the day, I'm not going to read that, but at the end of the day, it's all about really just listen to your mind, listen to your body, and just being to maintain or adjust what you do based on the energy you have, right? To this morning, for example, even though my back is, tournament ready and I'm good to go, it was bothering me a little bit this morning. So I actually stayed in bed a little bit, listened to some lo-fi beats, and just relaxed, closed my eyes, and it was a good, relaxful, peaceful morning that really kind of helped me out. So that's what I say. That's how I kind of protect that peace and kind of do that. But yeah, I think it's good. So, all right, we can almost wrap it up here. Define your path. The big thing here more than anything else is going to be, I have a number of tasks, both errands to run. Also, in this case, like develop this recap video that I'm developing right now. I have to update my X bio. I have to create a plan. So one of my strategies as far as like distribution is I heard something about like looking at YouTube and having videos that are prepared for the search terms that your product addresses, right? So what I did yesterday was actually dive deeper into what some of those search terms were, search phrases, what are they searching in YouTube that's related to Daypath and accomplishing their ambitions for the year, right? So what I did was I went in there, I went in Claude, we kind of dived into a few of those things, and now it's ready, right? So I'm going to be developing videos or starting to plan and develop videos that's based on that hit those keywords, and I can then again drive more traffic to Daypath and the app. So I'll be working on that. And then I have to, like I said, do a few other either errands or tasks around. So I'll be doing that today. Let's go ahead and take a look at what my number one priority is Here, it says this week's focus. Now, this week is actually for May, so I'm still ahead of the game here, and I have a little bit of time. But I do need to complete additional research, so I haven't completely honed down what that next app is going to be. I have a few ideas, but I'm trying to figure out what's the smallest chunk I can actually do, and it can be valuable, versus building out something that's pretty large, right? So I'm going to keep this AI recommendation for the next task, and then kind of go from that point. So we have our day planned for our route, kind of getting to that next landmark. We have our priority set, which is complete additional research on the next app. And then I have my list of tasks that I need to complete today as I move forward. But I think that's all I have for today. Again, if you're interested in this type of content, you want to see the journey progress as we move forward to completing 8 apps, go ahead and please subscribe. I'm going through this every single Monday as far as when it comes to the recaps. As you see, I'm starting pretty fresh here with a lot of these channels and a lot of these distribution, and you're going to follow me as it goes and grows, and we're going to try different things in different ways in order to reach new people and kind of get to that point to where now we have thousands of users using Daypath and other apps that we have on the platform. As you see, like the reaction videos on my channel is actually probably performing the best when it comes to views and time watch than any other video I have. So I will be diving a little bit deeper in that. I think it was fun to create. And again, I'm all about experimentation. That's what we're doing on this channel. So you'll see some more videos like that of me kind of looking as far as whether it be home buying or other type of topics that are happening on TikTok, and I'll be reacting to those videos. So if you're interested in that, again, subscribe, and I'll probably doing like one a week in order to kind of like manage my schedule. But that is something to do. That's all I have for today. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time.